Hey y'all, just here in the Pack household this morning, getting ready with Frank and Beans. Guys, I have had some wonderful compliments on my hair, and I think a lot of you are assuming I spend a lot more time on it than I do. So if any of you would like to know how to do your hair like this, then stay tuned to see how to curl your hair in 5 minutes or less.
Tammy Pack, find the unicorn in you.
So I actually have people ask me pretty often to give them the secrets to whatever I do with my hair. They'll ask me a lot of times if I'm doing a dry video, boy, how long did it take you to get ready? So I thought, I need to share the truth of this, which is I do not have the kind of time to do this big elaborate routine in the morning. So let's jump right in and show you how quick it is. A lot of times I know if you go to the beauty parlor or the salon, they'll go through and do your hair and they'll dry it with these beautiful round brushes, and it takes like 45 minutes. I don't have time or patience for that. So I'm telling you, what I do is wash and dry my hair. Now, if yours is really fuzzy or really curly, you may have to straighten it to get it to this point. But my hair will go 4 or 5 days before I have to rewash it. So this is a day or two old hair. I also have seen people, a lot of times they'll curl parts and then they have these clips in there and all this. I don't have time for that either. So we're going to use the head lean method that I kind of made up, I guess. For one thing, I don't know if you've noticed, but if your hair is hot and you put one of these in, if you aren't careful, it'll make a crimp in it. And we don't want that. So let's make this super easy. Basically, I treat my head as if it's got 3 sections. This all the way back to the nape of the neck. So basically think of a big mohawk going all the way down. That's section 1, then 2, then 3. And that's it. So what I'm going to do is take my curling iron, which I can link for you guys and show you the size that I like. So we are going to start with the main middle section, which goes all the way back, and I'll turn to the side a little bit so that you can also see how much hair I have in it, because people always want to know, I know when I'm learning how much hair is in that. So that's, I don't know, maybe an inch or so thick, about 3 or 4 inches wide across the front. And if I hadn't washed, if I had just washed it, I would especially iron that through kind of slowly and use this almost as a straightener at the same time. While this one is here, I'm grabbing the same width, about 4 inches across, about 1/2 inch deep, and pulling that up with my thumb. I've already combed through it, so I'm not tangled. The thinner the slices are, the curlier your hair will be. So you just decide if you want it to be a little curlier, a little bit less. And then we're going to whip that around. You always roll away from your face while I'm holding it there, and while it is doing its job. I've already got curl number 3 going. Let's pull it up here, separate it out, give it a little quick brush through, make sure we're tangle free, and do the same thing. Go as slowly as you need to if you still got a little bit of fuzz or a little frizz left over. So I'm going to see, I'm kind of holding my hair just a little to the right because I want these curls to go to the right and stay there. I don't want some falling to the left and some to the right. That's too confusing. Keep it to the right. Now, here's number 4 that I have pulled up. And after I do this one, I'm going to be quiet so we can go into fast motion and show you as we do the rest of the back. And I'll even flip around so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay, did you catch all that? So one of the main things is keep your head leaning to the right. The beauty of that is, I think a lot of us will do it this way and this, and you have one over here, and then you can't figure out which hair has been curled, which hasn't. So I'm keeping it all to the right side. Now, everything left, look, is this section. This is what I'm going to call section 2. And I'm simply going to take a little piece of it, all the way up and down, about 1 inch deep. Roll it always away from your face. Same exact thing. I'm feeling through this while it curls. I'm probably holding it there, in the 15-second range. The longer you hold it, the more curl you're going to get. Of course, you don't want to hold it too long and burn anything. Here's piece number 2. Now, I'm letting these fall straight down. See that? Everything we did before is staying to the right. I'm not flopping my head around. And then these are just going straight down, and they're staying to the left side of my face. Now, when you get a piece this big, you can go, oh, it's kind of on the edge. I'm going to cut this into 2 and do 1 here always rolling away from our face, ironing it and smoothing it as we go down. And then finding with my hand that last little piece while I let this side do its thing. Straight down. So, you see we have this side here, and don't touch your hair a lot when it's hot, because the more you mess with it when it's hot, the more curl you lose. So now, this is the great tip. We want to keep this down. Let's pick up these curls that I've done, that I let fall to the right. Move them over. Pick them up and move them over. And let's go over here. And you can clearly tell the sections we've already curled in the back, right? Let them fall to the back. Just separate it out loosely. We're not looking for anything perfect here. So we're in section 3. And we're very, very, very quickly going to go through here. Same exact thing. We're going to put 3 or 4 curls in, and this show is going to be a wrap. You're going to be shocked how fast this is. So a lot of times people tell me, it looks like you really spent a lot of time on that. And as you can see, no. It takes me, if I'm not talking to someone, I timed it recently, 4.5 minutes to curl my entire head, and it looks like I put a little effort in to go to the office, and I don't have to start from scratch. Now, if you have to wash your hair every day, yeah, you're going to have to put a little more work in, but still you can see the curling section's not bad. And I wash it and dry it as quickly as I can, meaning I don't use the round brush. I don't know how good it is for your hair, but I blow dry it on fast speed as quick as I can, and then I get to this step. So none of it takes me as long as it does a lot of folks. So see how simple? We did section 1, and while we were doing it, we kept that all to the right of our head. Then we did section 2 and let it fall directly where it was. Before we can get to section 3, we had to pick up the top curls and pick them up and move them over. So now we're ready to do the styling. And I do 3/4 of the styling with my fingers. Because if you aren't careful and you use the brush here, you're going to brush out what you just did. But I mean, look how nice and natural and loose and big these curls are. Now, your hair may not be this long, but my whole life, my mom said, your hair is so mean. You have this terrible hair. So I'm just happy my hair is having anybody want to see how to do it at the age of 52. So I'm very happy. But see, we're just using fingers here to work it through. Now, I like to part mine on the left side, even though it doesn't look too bad in the middle. Sometimes I say I'm going to pull that off, but So I'm kind of going to go back here and make a little bit of a part. Then I want to gently, I'm not doing a lot of wild combing. I don't want to brush out all the curl I just did. See what I'm doing there? And push this back through as much as possible with fingers, because that brush takes out a lot. My very favorite hairspray is Chi Helmet Head. I love it. And what you want to do here is give a quick spray overall. I'm still using my fingers, as you can see. Let the hair fall away. My dear friend Sheila Ibarra taught me to go ahead and get a little hairspray under there and use your fingers to create a little shelf so it's not flat against your face. Do the same on this side by holding it out. Just holding your hair out and away, and then using your finger to let it set. And then when you go back, see how you got a little bit of lift and volume away from your face. And then you can just kind of finish that off with as much or as little flip as you want. And honestly, that's it. That's all there is to it. 4 or 5 minutes and you can get out the door every day on the way to work looking like your very best. So thanks y'all for joining me, and be sure and let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to make. Otherwise, you'll see me next time around on whatever I come up with.
Tammy Pay, the find the unicorn in you.